Hello fight fans! While there is some lull in the open space of MMA, I nevertheless found a topic that will be interesting to you, and I'm sure that you will not like it. This applies to the next opponent of Chimaev. The career of Khamzat is not going the way we, fans of Chimaev, would like to see. And now I will tell you what I mean. Let's start with the fact that it seems that Khamzat Chimaev recognized the next opponent in the UFC. It will be the 5th-ranked fighter in the welterweight division, Belal Muhammad. Boris and Belal agreed on fight on Twitter. If the fight is approved, it could take place in October at a tournament in Abu Dhabi. Muhammad was the initiator, but Khamzat quickly agreed. Although the Chechen Viking had more interesting options, why did he agree? With all due respect to Belal Muhammad, Muhammad is the most uninteresting option for Chimaev. The fight with Kamaru Usman for Chimaev is hardly real at the moment, for several reasons. The main of which is the injury of the Nigerian. But there is no logic in the fact that, among the other options, Boris chose the most unfortunate one. I think that the best option for Khamzat now would be fight with Gilbert Burns. Why don't they have this fight? Colby Covington was considered the main option for Chimaev after defeating Gilbert Burns, but the American disappeared somewhere. It is likely that the case is in a skirmish with George Masvidal and a lawsuit, which Colby has not yet commented on. The Colby fight is perfect for Khamzat. Winning such a fight would guarantee him a title fight, but there are other options. They're all cooler than fighting with Muhammad. Kamaru's injury derailed his championship fight with Leon Edwards. In this case, why not organize a fight between Chimaev and Edwards, especially since their fight has already failed 3 times? In this fight, the guys fought for a temporary belt. No one would ask a question. Both of them deserve it. Khamzat defeated a 3rd-ranked fighter, and Leon has not lost in 9 fights. But for some reason, the UFC boss still does not see this option as priority. The fight with Muhammad is bad for Chimaev, not only because Belal is 2 ranks lower. The American Palestinian is simply a lower level than Borza, previous rival. And if Chimaev can't arrange a duel with Colby or Edwards, it would be more interesting to look at an immediate rematch with Burns. After all, their first fight was not one-sided, as we all know. Gilbert is ready, even if he has to fight him tomorrow. And this is the fight that the fans wants to see.
For sure, I'm not satisfied. For sure, I want to win. For sure, as a competitive victory, the win is everything, Half win, this is not a winning, I'm not trying to sell nothing, Brett. I just feel that we're going to see each other again. It's not that. I don't need to talk. I don't need to say nothing. If you see in 3 years, if I visualize and see, I'm fighting this guy again. Less than that, I'm fighting Chimaev again. So we're not done. We're going to have an opportunity to both guys, to one guy get a finish.
But I have a feeling that Dana does not notice this. I'm sure that if not with Covington, then this is the best option for Khamzat to correct the whole mistake in the first fight with Burns, to show us, to his fans, that he's the Khamzat that everyone is talking about and everyone is waiting for. I don't understand why Belal. I want to emphasize once again that, with all due respect, Belal is one of the most boring characters in a top middleweight division. There's no point in fighting him. It will not raise the rating, and the fights will not turn out as hot as the feeling with Burns. If Chimaev needs a warm-up fight, it would be much more interesting to bring him to Nate Diaz, especially since such information has already appeared from various sources. For Nate, this is a mismatch. He will never agree to fight with Khamzat. But even such a fight would attract more attention than Chimaev-Muhammad poster. Belal is the saddest fighter in the welterweight division. Only 5 wins out of 21 he won, by finishing his opponent. And in the UFC, Muhammad did not win ahead of schedule for almost 3 years. It's not clear how Khamzat offended Dana White that the boss slowed down with his advancement to the belt. You should not think that Khamzat and Muhammad corresponded on Twitter. Most likely their manager did this, consulting with the fighters first. Probably Chimaev's representative have already discussed with Dana that a fight with Belal is the most likely option for Khamzat. Was White disappointed in Viking after he failed to finish Burns? The head of the UFC has never spoken about this directly, but if the organization of the fight between Chimaev and Muhammad is confirmed, there will simply be no other explanation. In an interview with ESPN, when Dane was asked about Khamzat, he said, "Who was hungrier than Khamzat? He wanted to fight every weekend. He wanted a 185-pound belt, a 205-pound belt, a 170-pound belt. 3 fights in 10 days. And now that you started making money, all that excitement is dying down. I'm not sure. Let's see what will happen. So far, I have nothing on Khamzat." Why did he say that? What is happening? Was he disappointed in Khamzat? I'm very interested in what you think about this. Comment your thoughts, and if you like the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, because it helps grow the channel.